Food for thought. Figure out what you want in life. Whether it's as small as you just want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or it's as big as wanting to become an astronaut, an influencer, a multimillionaire. Anything as big as you is what you can imagine. Because you can. And all you have to do is just reverse engineer. Because let's just break it down with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, okay? You want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. All you need is 2 pieces of bread, some peanut butter, some jelly, and preferably a knife or a spoon. Or fork if that's what you like or prefer. But then how do you get those? You could make the bread, the peanut butter, the jelly, the fork all by hand. And that would mean you would have to learn how to weld, how to have physical hands-on skills of grinding the wheat, making the bread, growing the vegetables, like growing your jam, growing your peanuts, growing every single thing. And that takes a lot of time. Or you could go to the store and get those ingredients, but then you'd have to get money before that. Then you would need to find some income or a job or a source of money from elsewhere that's not an income. Or you could just buy a pack of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Or you could have someone else make you peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That doesn't come from your money. Maybe your neighbor, maybe your friend, maybe your whatever. But the thing is, you end up with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. There is not a right or wrong way of getting somewhere. You just have to learn and figure out what you are willing to sacrifice. And that is the hardest thing to choose. Because sometimes you want to get somewhere really quickly, but then you forget what you're missing out on. But then you forget what you currently have until you've lost something. And it's sad. And you have to appreciate whatever journey that is to get to the end goal. Whether it's the people that you meet in the farm, whether it's the friends that you make at the store, whether it's the skills that you learn from making that peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Maybe it's learning that you prefer a spoon over a knife because it doesn't break the bread. Small things like that are what make the journey so beautiful to get to that final end goal. And when every single door ends, when every single chapter is coming to a close, you're gonna lose people, you're gonna lose friends, you're gonna miss friends, you're gonna miss people, you're gonna miss certain aspects of your life that you had back then. But it's for the end goal. And I think the end goal was always to survive. But the thing of life was always about being in the moment, getting through that day, and trying to make it better. And you see, when as far as you're trying to get to that end goal, and when you're trying to achieve what you want, that the progress that you make is so much better, and it is so much sweeter when you've had that much sorrow in your life. And not to say that I want you to have sorrow in your life, because that's never fun. But without that dread, without that sorrow, without those tears, you would not be able to appreciate that end. You wouldn't be able to appreciate that peanut butter and jelly sandwich without learning the steps of how to make the bread, how to make the jelly, how to make the peanut butter. Yes, it's a lot more time consuming, but yes, you get to learn so much more when you are doing it rather than having it given to you. Because think about it. You can be told, do not touch the stove, and you will still want to touch the stove until you actually touch your hand on the hot burner and go, ow, that's hot. That's a lesson learned that you will not put your hand on that stove again. But I digress. Sometimes we want the end goal to be here quicker than we ever could imagine. But at the same time, do we know what we are going to lose and what we're going to sacrifice and what we will miss once we achieve that end goal? Food for thought.